What's up, everyone? Hopefully you can hear me all right outside at the minute. Obviously, just yeah, unfortunately. What's up, everyone? What's up, everyone? Hopefully you can hear me all right. Just outside recording this. Unfortunately, got some internet issues going on at home, so just doing my best to better work with it. With a bit of luck, the audio will be fine. So we'll get straight into it. Doing the weekly outlook for the week ahead. We'd usually try to have this done on a Sunday night, but yeah, internet issues did not allow that. So coming into the week, looking at GU, we are at the extreme end of that leg. We've had that full retracement and mitigation. Big breaker structure to the downside now, so starting to work our way back down, looking to just continue following with that. So really coming into London today, what I'm looking for is if we can pull back up here, we have more or less mitigated this extreme supply area there and have that break to the downside on open, obviously just fill in that gap now to start market open for the week. So if we can come back up here, I'm happy to sell out of that supply for London. Just seeing, yeah, we've got a bit of a liquidity build up starting to form here. So we've got a bit of a target there. I'm more or less starting to confirm that as a breaker structure, not a inducement. So yeah, if we can just slowly work our way up here, happy to sell down from there and just continue with that various structure cycle, more or less coming to take out that low for the week or potentially even the first couple of days of the week. Now going over to EU, get that Zoom thing out of my way. Sweet. All right. All right. So with EU, cool. So the divergence is nice here. So obviously we've got GU mitigating its area, and we've had EU give a really nice inducement here and start to work its way back down. EU has more or less come into this extreme supply area here as well, which is the decisional of that extreme break. So very, very valid to start selling off from where it is. Obviously lining up with GU as well. Have those couple of bearish breaks to the downside now. That completion of the structure cycle, we did induce this and just fill more of that area, and now we're starting to work our way back down. So I'm just looking for the same thing on EU coming into the week as I am on GU. This demand area, having induced this high, should have done what it needed to do now as a smart money point. We were expecting a decent reaction from it, but obviously not expecting it to hold long term, given its positioning and just what its relevance is to the market. So now that we've got that inducement of the high, looking to just come take out that area down here and that extreme low that we've got down the bottom. So we do obviously have now a couple bearish breaks. Start the week. Obviously finish the week off with these breaks. But now we're just filling this gap. So what I would like to see, this area here has induced some liquidity. So I'm happy to use this as a supply area. If we can come into that to start the week, fill the rest of this gap, I'm happy to sell, or even inducing it would be really, really nice. The other side of this as well is obviously we've got this gap here that we need to fill. So we do have a little breaker structure here. If I can get some sort of confirmations inside of this leg here to be able to buy price up, I'd actually like to target that gap to fill the market there and potentially get that mitigation. Also like a short-term buy into a potential longer-term sell setup. So we'll see what that does today, but ultimately looking for yeah, to keep selling off, really follow on with that bearish momentum that we started to find internally, lining up with our external momentum that we've got there. Long term, also looking to come and take out this low for the week. So we'll see how that shapes up. We could very well push higher, like that is a very good inducement. But given where we are positioned on the higher time frame, it does make more sense to start to sell off.